Hi everyone, so in this video we will be learning how to draft a Vakalatnama. So Vakalatnama is basically a document by which a client or an individual gives the power to an advocate to appear on his behalf in a court. So in this video we will be seeing the necessary details, format and the key considerations that we need to keep in mind while drafting a Vakalatnama. So let's start with the drafting bit. So you can see on the screen that this is a draft of a Vakalatnama. Now this Vakalatnama is to be filed in the High Court of Bombay, Civil Appellate Jurisdiction. Now this is a writ petition. So we have mentioned writ petition number dash of 2023. Now depending upon your requirement, which court you are filing the Vakalatnama in, you can always change the title and you can use the same draft again. So depending on which court and which type of matter, you just change the title and you're good to go. Next we come to the parties. Now this is a writ petition, so we have the petitioner. Now here the petitioner name we need to mention. So here my petitioner is Mr. A. Now whoever your petitioner is, or whoever, it could be any other party as well, you mention the person's name, the person's occupation and where the person resides. Versus, now this is the opponent or the opposite side. Now here we have a petitioner, so opposite to the petitioner we have defendants. So here I have mentioned two defendants, Mr. B having occupation as business, residing at whatever place, and Mr. C also mentioning his occupation and where he resides. You can have multiple number of defendants, you can also have a single defendant. So whatever your requirement is, you can always make the changes in the party name. Now coming to the body of the Vakalatnama, now whichever party you are appearing on behalf of, so in this I am for the petitioner, that is what I have assumed, and so because I am for the petitioner, so the petitioner says that I, Mr. A, the petitioner above named, do hereby appoint advocate ABC to act, appear and plead for me and on my behalf in the above captioned matter. So in place of advocate ABC, you write the name of the advocate. Now you can also write the name of the firm if you are working for a firm and the firm is going to represent the client. Now you will be using the same format if in case you were representing any of the defendants. Now you can have both the defendants making a single Vakalatnama or the defendants making different Vakalatnama as well. So suppose if you were making this Vakalatnama for defendant number 1, which is Mr. B. So you would say that I, Mr. B, the defendant above name, do hereby appoint advocate so and so to act, appear and plead for me and on my behalf in the above caption matter. So doesn't matter who you are representing, you just make the changes. If you're appearing for the petitioner, mention that you're the petitioner. If you're appearing for the defendant, mention that you are the defendant. Suppose if you're making a private complaint, so if you are for the complainant, mention that you're the complainant. If you're for the accused, mention that you are the accused. In the end, we mention that in witness whereof I have set and subscribed my hand to this writing on this day of dash 2023. So basically on this day, you mention the date, day of dash is basically the month of 2023. Then you take the signatures of the petitioner. Before taking the signature of the petitioner, I'll come back to this again. Then you mention accepted. It is accepted by the advocate who has been appointed by the petitioner. So the signature of the advocate, the address of the advocate, the entire office address of the advocate, preferably also mention the email ID of the advocate and the advocate's registration number. Now this document out here, so when I was mentioning about the signatures of the petitioner, so basically a Vakalatnama has to be notarized. So it's better that the petitioner always signs in front of the person who is doing the notary. So this is to ascertain that the person who has given this authority to the advocate to appear on his behalf is actually the same person. So this is kind of a double checking that the person who's signing the Vakalatnama is actually the same person. So we are done with the entire draft. So you can use the same draft if in case it's any other court. So for example, if you're doing it for suppose a magistrate court, you just change the title, you just change the name of the parties, complainant, accused, or whatever type of application it is, or petition. You just make those small changes and you are good to go. So if you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.